My question is about how we as therapists and other practitioners use our energy in sessions with our clients. So I'd like to know if I'm using my energy well in my sessions with clients. I'd like to know, do I ever need to protect myself from my client's energy? And if so, how? And how is the best way for someone like me to recover after a session or to put myself back together again after a session?
Okay, what do you want to say to this? Okay, they're talking about you using your energy. They're saying, yes, you were using your energy. They're saying well enough, and when they say that, like there's a part of me that's like, that sounds bad. Okay, but I get the sense that it's not. When they say well enough, like I see this energy and I see they're saying a potential for an opening. And they're saying it'll open when it's ready to open. They're saying it's just not ready yet. So you're using it well enough for now. You will use it extraordinarily well when the time is right for it. When the time for you is right for it, you and your parts, the entirety of your system, the clients that you work with, the people around you. And when they say the people around you, they're talking about like friends and family. They're talking about people in the grocery store. They're talking about the collective of the collective of humanity and the people around you. And again, they're just kind of showing anyone that crosses your path. When you're ready for it, you will open up more and you will
Mhm.
use it better then.
Okay.
And I know you had more in that.
Do we ever need to protect ourselves from our client's energy?
Okay, they said this earlier when you first asked it. They're saying again, they're saying yes and no. They're saying you need to protect yourself if you believe you need to protect yourself. And then they're saying a gift that you didn't know was a gift. And they're showing me an image that they've shown me before where somebody drops off this gift with you that explodes and it's stinky and it's smelly and you believe it's problematic. Maybe other people are saying it's problematic. There's this judgment of it as problematic. And then they're showing how it's connected to other things and how it brings up something that you didn't know you needed, whether that's a connection to another part of you, that's a connection to another person, that's a they're talking about it can even be a domino effect of experiences that leads to something really important. Sometimes gifts do not look like gifts. They're saying if it comes into your system, then it was meant to come into your system. It came in for a reason. And they're really emphasizing this for a reason. They're just like gently, like affirmatively emphasizing this for a reason. And they're going a little bit back to that. If you believe you need to protect yourself, then you do need to protect yourself. They're talking about it's like this belief that we need to protect ourselves actually opens up us up more to having other people's energies, parts, UBs, etc. coming in because we have that belief that we need to be protected, that belief that what how do you want me to put this? They're saying that's their words are that something is wrong with you. Um, Hmm. They're talking about, okay, this need for protection. What do you want to say about this? I mean, they're saying that there's nothing wrong with us, but we're just not aware of it. And that we're not aware that a lot of these things that happen, again, they're talking about a gift that doesn't look like a gift. They're just talking about how a lot of these things that happen are absolutely essential. And they're actually like, they're talking about that experience being orchestrated with love. with love, because again they're talking like an experience of something that occurs, that comes in, and what it led to was unearthing like maybe a deeply vulnerable and precious part of you that you had no idea you had. And now you've gone down that trailhead because this thing came in, and you found this part, and you've healed it, you've integrated it. And now, and they're showing an example of like now you've opened up to using your energy much, much, much better. Like they're saying that that can actually be a precursor to these really beautiful, incredible changes within us and outside of us and around us. And then again, they're showing like the domino effects that that has through all the people we meet, and they and so on and so forth. Okay, they're pausing there.
The last part of my question was recovering after a session, if they have any suggestions for that, putting ourselves back together.
Mhm. Okay, what do you want to say around recovering from a session, putting ourselves back together? They're talking about calling in your parts for a little conversation afterwards. They're talking about how it can be 2 or 3 minutes, unless maybe something bigger happened in session and they need longer. And they're just showing you sitting down by a fire or whatever feels comfortable to you, and just be like, okay, what do you want to say about this? I want to share this. I want to share that. Let them get their grievances out if they have any. Let them get their excitement out if they have any. Like they're showing some, they're like, that was a super cool moment, you know? Okay. What else here? And then they're talking about afterwards to what? To clear the energy. You can you just wash your hands with cold water. I mean, they're showing just like running under the faucet, maybe getting a little bit on the arms. And they're talking about doing it with the intention to cleanse any energies that do not support you, do not serve you, do not belong to you, that aren't necessary within your system. And they're just talking about like there's other ways, there's sage and other things that you can burn as well to kind of do that. But they're just saying cold water is all you need. And also to just have that intention. Like they're talking about when you do it, you can just do that real quick and then just have that intention to for the cleansing energy of that cold water to just kind of move all around your energy field and through your system to kind of take away anything that just doesn't serve you. It's not needed anymore. And then just kind of imagine that going down the drain. And they're talking about how you can do this real quick after a session. And then they're saying just see how that works for you. If it feels right, do it. If it doesn't, don't do it. You're even talking about playing around with it, like doing it for a week or two, and then not doing it for a week or two, and then doing it for a week or two. Like this is something you can get your parts on board with so they can start like writing down what they're noticing so they can be aware of it, and then come back at the end of like a month or something and be like, how was that for you? What did you notice? They're showing you sitting down with your parts again. And they're saying it's up to you, whatever you do, whatever you choose to do, it's up to you. Okay, they're pausing there.
Okay, that was great. I really appreciate it.